Oh, it's gone. I was learning. Yawn. It's funny that like you got bored of that and you called me impatient. Oh, it started again. Oh, there he goes. We're doing fine. Yeah, we're doing fine. You might have to like send that video to Feeney though. I mean, he might really need it. I try to talk to Feeney about our baby, and Feeney like just denies the fact that there even is a baby, which doesn't seem like very good parenting. That's like extremely neglectful. God, how is there still 5 hours left on this trip? Didn't it start with 6? I was just in that like parenting seminar for like 3 hours. How have we barely moved? I'm moving. We're going. I had to brake for that truck because it was too late to merge because there was a car. But now we're gaming. We're picking up speed. My truck can handle this load. Everything's fine. And hopefully I won't have to get gas because I don't want to have to get gas. Wait, when did the music die? Oh, it did. It did the thing where it like it like gets stuck loading a song. That's what it did. God damn it. I'm gonna hit this fucking car. I didn't hit the car? That was really close. How did I not hit that car? That must have been like a hair. So how much time did that just add an hour to my trip? How much time just got added to my fucking trip? God damn it, I don't even have time for this. I have 8 hours to get there. And it's gonna take 6 hours. They need to stop just like blocking my path.
Hi, 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 hi.
Hello, oh god. Glow Tigress for the follow. My brain was like, is that glowy gris? No, there's a T in there. It's Glow Tigress. Thank you. I'm just driving truck. I just got destroyed by construction work or something. I don't know what they're doing to the road back there. This game like schemes and it plans around you to make you sad. It's like, oh, that exit you need, we're gonna close it off. It's always the exit you need that we're gonna close off. Gonna add an hour to your trip. I need to build up my speed. I need to get back to 60 miles an hour. I gotta make some time back. So the music died again. Also, remember when I hit that car at the light because they stopped on yellow? I didn't get charged for that, did I? I don't think I did. It didn't say I did. It was like 1% damage added. 10% total. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just lucky. I'm just a gamer. They were so intimidated by my car because of my cool One Piece flag that they didn't want to get out and talk to me. They didn't like run my insurance. Or they were just so happy to be alive because they just got hit by like an 80,000 pound truck. Oh, thank God I can bypass that. I don't have time for your way station. Come on, go a little faster. Yeah, that's good enough. I can afford 1 mile per hour off the speed limit. Probably gonna be some nonsense car go slow in front of me. One of these days, I'm gonna have to like try to run over those pedestrians like that and see if they if that is it possible. I feel like I'm gonna try to run. It's fucking 60 now. I feel like I'm gonna try to run over a random person on the side of the road, and it's gonna be like hitting a brick wall. It's gonna be like from 0 to 60 in 0 seconds, and I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fly out the windshield. Oh God, it's raining. Oh God, what was the windshield wiper button? It's not you. It's not I. Oh God, what's the windshield wiper button? Was it like C? Or K? Oh God, it's not fucking K. Keys and buttons. Please help me. Hopefully I didn't like do anything bad by pressing those buttons. Oh, I turned on my high beams, didn't I? Because I pressed fucking K. Wipers is P. Okay, I was kind of like in the right area. Okay, my high beams are turned off. My windshield wipers are on. Everything's fine. Maybe I should like turn up the chance of rain, because it would be cool if it like rained more often. It doesn't rain too often. This is like the second time it's rained. Which is why I forgot the fucking windshield wiper button. Really, this wouldn't change like the physics of the road, and I would never like slide off into the ditch. I went too fast around the corner. Come on, gas pedal, I believe in you. Why are we losing speed? We shouldn't be losing speed. I don't think this doesn't seem to be a hill. Would that 10% damage to my car finally, like, catch up to me? Come on. God, thinking about these windshield wipers reminds me of a story that like someone I knew at a like an old job of mine told me, where they were like, I forget how this story goes exactly. I think they were driving this truck to like their father's or something, and they needed to like return this truck to him for some reason. I don't know. I guess the minute details aren't important. What's important is they were driving this truck in like the pouring rain, and they couldn't see out the windshield. It was dark outside, and the windshield wipers wouldn't work. So they said like they were trying to drive the truck, and he had his like head out the window trying to like move the windshield wiper by hand, like reach around outside of the car to move the windshield wiper by hand so that he could like see to go anywhere. And they eventually found like a gas station or something and parked there and got some of that, like, I don't know, I think it's like mainly used for like clothing and shoes, where you're supposed to like spray it on. It makes like water doesn't like stick as well. They got like some of that crap and put it on their windshield, and I don't remember if they said it even worked well or not. It must have worked well, because, I mean, I guess they got where they needed to go. I hope I never get in an insane situation like that. Then the closest I've gotten was I don't know, like, I was kind of like, I guess like the chauffeur for me and my friends, because I was like the only one who drove, and we had like gone out of town to go see a movie, and so I was driving, like I had to like drive all of them home, and we were on the highway driving back to, you know, where to the town we lived in, and it was raining like so fucking hard. Like the visibility out of my windshield was like nothing. Like it was so bad. I was going like maybe 45 miles an hour down like the highway, which is incredibly slow. And I'm glad there wasn't a lot of other people on the road, and the people I did see were also going really slow. But it was a scary little trip. I feel like I was the only one nervous about it though, because I was driving. Everyone else was like distracted, freaking screaming and playing music or whatever people do. Whatever humans do, I don't know. Who's that guy who made that song that was like a... Oh god, it's like... He made like a video, it wasn't a song. It was like Alien like listens to music for the first time, and he's like, ah yes, human music. I love listening to human music. But and then it's like, and somebody told him, it's like, no, the music's not on yet. And he's like, oh, and he turned the music on. He's like, okay, the music's on. So hey, Glow Tigress. Sorry about like the 10-minute wait. I appreciate you like hanging around for it. So what's going on? How's it how's it hanging? I'm so good at like the lingo of the youngins. That's how everyone talks these days. It's hip. So cool. I'm just playing this truck game. I gotta get that bag. God, I hate that so much. Like, get that bag. Like, part of me, like, I hear that and I think about it. I'm like, do we really need an alternate way to just say, like, I'm trying to earn money? Like, I'm just trying to, like, like before it was like, oh, we gotta get that bread. I'm like, okay, we're getting the bread, but now we just gotta get the bag. And I'm like, what's in the what's in the bag is one of these questions I have. And I'm like, well, of course it's like probably money in the bag, but why Why is the bag a part of it? Just say we're getting the money. I gotta earn the money. Okay. You don't have to put the money in a bag. Nobody's putting money in bags these days. Whoever like was making like a killing back in the day, selling all those bags with like the big dollar sign on it, that guy's poor. That guy's out of business. We have direct deposit now. Happy for my fellow transistor from another mister. And stop speak normal. I am southern and straight to the point. I mean, okay. Speak normal. I don't know. I'm usually pretty straight to the point though. Like when I'm having a conversation with someone, I'm usually very straight to the point, and I like, you know, cutting through all the bull crap. But usually that makes me come across as rude. And I don't know. I'm also like really bad at like playing devil's advocate. Like I question the smallest nonsensical details on everything. But it's, I don't know, I just enjoy doing that. I like overthinking stupid things and asking stupid questions. My fellow transistor from another mister. That just makes me think of my father, and I'm like, we're not gonna talk about my father. So many things can trigger like the like trauma stream mode. We don't gotta. I'm not even sure if there's any like stories about my father I can think of that I haven't like mentioned before on my stream. God, now that's just what I want to talk about now. People think I can go from Sweet Southern Belle to my Marine granddaughter's side essay. Oh, it's easy. I have to. Okay. Shut up, Feeny. I hear you laughing back there. I'm trying to read chat. I'm trying to drive a fucking truck. I already have like real bad dyslexia. I don't know where that like extra S came from, or extra. I don't know how you spell essay. Apparently my brain does. Or doesn't. People think I can go from Sweet Southern Belle to my Marine granddaughter side easy. Now I'm just wondering what this Marine granddaughter side is. Because Marine granddaughter side. I guess you're in the Marines then? Or is that just like an expression? I wish I hadn't been like born in the South. I am not proud to go to someone and be like, yeah, I'm Southern. Like, no. No, your grandfather was? I see now. I thought meant by like Marine granddaughter, you were the granddaughter and you're a Marine, but you're the granddaughter of a Marine. I see. You were close to him? That's nice. That's, I don't know, it's nice that you had like, you know, like family you were close to and got along with. I don't have a lot of that. Again, slipping into like the I'm trying to avoid the trauma talk. I hope he was like a cool guy, I suppose. Sorry, I'm not good at like this kind of talk. I'm not great at like, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm driving my truck. I'm driving my truck and I'm from the South. I got my wheat. I don't know where I found this wheat. Don't worry, I got trauma too. I feel like everyone has trauma. Like if you like don't think you have trauma, you probably just don't realize it. Which just makes me think of my dad again, because my dad is like obviously traumatized, but he like won't admit it. Like he doesn't want to think about that, I guess, or like accept it. God, my dad's just real stuck in my head right now too. It's just he's in there. He's in there and he keeps trying to crawl out of my mouth. You have a shit dad. Yeah, my dad's not great either. He's not like the worst. There's definitely like way worse fathers than my dad. My dad's more like he's more like the kind of man who's like was very neglectful and kind of like abusive, but didn't like realize it and like still doesn't realize it. And if you try to talk to him about it, he'll just get like really upset with you and like just like walk out of the room and refuse to talk about it. If you try to like explain to him that like he probably has like trauma too and should probably see like a therapist or something, he doesn't want to do that. There's no point in having conversations like that with him. Okay, this is like the hardest part of my oh god, if I can't make it up this hill. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm okay. Going 5 miles an hour up this little hill. So what's your, do people used to call you like Glow or Tigress? What's your dad like? You wanna share? You don't have to, but I'll definitely listen. I was an emotional abusive a-hole who had a certain manly mode for me. Oh, you mean like when you were around your father, he just turned into like a hard ass and like treated you like rough? Did he I assume him acting that way, he thought he was gonna like, oh, I'm gonna turn you into a real man. He's gonna manly, oh, he mold, I see now. Had a certain manly mold for you. Yeah, that's, oh god, I almost didn't make that turn. Yeah, that's like a I need like all the way over in this freaking traffic. I think that's like a sign of just like a bad parent. If your parent's trying to like push something like that on you, like they want you to be a certain way, they're not a very good parent. Like a parent should like just love and accept and like support whatever you want to do. They shouldn't be like, oh, if you're not the way I wanted you to turn out, then you're just, you know what I mean. I feel like that's how like a lot of parents are. Like even just in like media and on TV shows, you hear people like fantasizing about having a kid and they're like, oh, I'm gonna have a kid and I'm gonna name them such and such, and they're gonna grow up to be like an astrologist and it's gonna be so cool and nice, and they're gonna learn all about the stars and they're gonna love planets and space travel. And then it's like that right there, like if you try to like push that on your child, like what if your child grows up and like fucking hates astrology and wants to like, I don't know, dig ditches. They just love digging ditches. And that's what makes them happy, and you're just disappointed in them for that? That's just fucking shitty parenting. I don't know. Can we move, please? I've been holding down gas for forever. Like the light's gonna change. Let me grab it. Let me through. God, I hate those. I hate those like kind of fathers that are just, you know, like the kind that are like they think if they like treat you really like crap, that you'll grow up to be like really like tough and strong. And I'm like, that's just gonna give someone trauma. Like, obviously this is what your father did to you and you feel like it worked, but no, you're just fucking traumatized. Text check 1212. You know, at first I thought you were saying to text check 1212. And I was like, surely it's not what you meant. Yeah, you're just testing the chat room. Yeah, I don't know what happened to your last message. I assume that's on your side. Or maybe Twitch just decided to eat it. I suppose that's a possibility. I need to not overthink that. Oh god. Almost didn't turn. I'll like pause and read this message. Maybe not. Maybe I can just cruise control for a second. He wanted a football player. When he thought I was hanging with the cheerleaders, he thought I was trying to date them. And I guess it's safe to assume here he did not get the football player he wanted. I think my own, I don't know. Like I'm curious to know if you're like, you know, you don't have to share this at all or anything, but I'm curious to know if your father was one of the people that it's like I don't know, you like came out to him and he just like disowns you and throws you out of the house. Because luckily my father was not one of those type of people. Like he didn't disown me for being trans. He just like doesn't understand it at all. He just like pretends it's not like real. Like he just ignores the fact. Like my whole family just ignores the fact. I'm glad they didn't like disown me, but it still like sucks. They all just pretend I'm not trans, and they don't like I guess respect or understand me enough to use my chosen name or anything. I feel relatively lucky that my family at least didn't do any crap like that. Got a trans girl programmer nerd who's Wicca and dates an aspiring writer. Now what is Wicca? I feel like I know what that is. Does that have to do anything with like witchcraft? It sounds like it would. I'm not familiar with like any kind of stuff like that. It's like interesting though. You're a witch. I feel like I have like a lot of questions because I've never like met a witch. But I don't even know what like question I would like start with. Like I feel like that's just how little I know about witches. Is where would I even begin? That is funny to, like, thinking back on that a little bit, that he wanted a football player and he got a witch. You have bad memories with your old religion. Yeah, I was raised Christian, and it's like, I don't think Christianity is a very good religion. A lot of people that are Christians are just like extremely like hypocritical. Like, it's hilarious being like a child being raised in a church, and they're like, okay, remember the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated, and always love your neighbor, no matter who they are or like what their past is. You have to love everyone. But then you like grow up, and that's not what like, that doesn't seem to be what like any Christians actually believe or do. And it's just like, wow, y'all kind of suck. Y'all really are trying to just kill gay people and eradicate them from the earth. and tell them they're all going to hell. This is great. I think I mentioned this recently on my stream, but one of the most insane things I've ever heard one of my family members say is she has a daughter, and she was just having a casual conversation with another family member, and she was like, "Oh man, it's just so unfair that I can't even have my daughter wear like a Rainbow Dash t-shirt because I don't know, like we I think she said she doesn't want people to think her family supports gay people, so she can't have her daughter wear like anything with rainbows on it, including like the My Little Pony character." And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like you are this against gay people? That's insane to me. Like I've been thinking recently, like, oh, what am I gonna do for Thanksgiving? Am I gonna go like visit my family? But after like hearing that story recently, that my like they said that, I'm just like, oh my god, like maybe I won't go visit my family. But part of me like wants to anyway, because like we don't have to talk about that kind of stuff, and there's free food. I don't know. I'm a sucker for free food. Dad tried to talk you out of estrogen. That's something my dad like surprisingly like didn't do. Like I remember like I'm still on his insurance, and when God, it's like a whole nother story of why I'm not on estrogen anymore. But when I was like starting estrogen, I think I even like had a conversation with him. I'm just like I was scared to like go behind his back and use his insurance for estrogen without him knowing, because I was afraid what would happen if he found out. So I just like kind of like asked his permission, be like, can I use your insurance for this? And he didn't care. He's like, whatever. He was just kind of like, if it makes you happy, fine. Yeah, this seems like a decent job. Little trailer, decent money. It's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Now I'm curious what like tactics he tried to use to talk you out of estrogen, because I assume they didn't work. You left your dad in high school. Yeah, I moved out in like high school too. I don't even think I knew I was trans at the time, but I moved out when I was like 16 or something. I moved in with my sister, who has turned out to be like the only like supportive person in my like entire family. Who put that fucking trailer in my way? What a jerk. Those buffalo. There's no way I can like get in there and run a buffalo over, is there? There's no way they'd like let me bust the fence down. I found like enough invisible walls in this game. I'm glad you got away with your away from your father. Father, I don't know, just like doesn't sound great. I guess I was lucky enough that my father never tried to like talk me out of taking estrogen. Maybe he didn't even know what like estrogen like did to you when he just kind of like agreed to it. Who knows? Parents are divorced, so I was permanently with your supportive mom. That's nice. It's actually like really nice that your mom is supportive. It's nice to hear like another, you know, like another trans person gets to, you know, I guess like keep some of their family members. That's always a nice thing to hear. That not like everyone in their life is complete just jerk-offs. was an incident in high school. One of his weekend. I don't know what you mean. There was an incident in high school. Oh, on when it was his weekend to watch you. Well, now I want to know what the incident was. But I was pretty lucky when, like, I guess as lucky as I can be, that when my parents divorced, I just lived with my mom. Like, I don't even think I got a say in it or like was told about it at all. It was just like my mom got just like full custody. I don't even think my father wanted to take care of me on any kind of weekend or anything like that. He just like gave up full custody. He didn't give a shit. I think he felt too bad because he had like, I think he like already had another woman and he just like moved in with her, and I guess like didn't want me to have to like stay with them, which I guess was kind of nice of him if that's what he was thinking about. God, I'm breaking the speed limit. Agricultural inspection. What, just here? What am I carrying again? I just have I have construction equipment number 2. Yeah, I'm not like carrying around freaking like those like red lantern bugs from New York. Cause I don't have like what the fuck was that guy doing? He almost fucking hit me and I would have had to pay for it. God, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for some gas. I'm getting a little low. What the fuck was that car doing? The hell was that? He's trying to pass that truck, but I'm here. Did you not see me? Cars in this game are insane. Or I guess like the people? The fake people? Oh look, there's gas coming up. Luckily there was like a place I could dodge out of the way. I didn't have to just accept that he was gonna hit me. Because I swear to God this game would have made me pay for it. Oh boy, I'm not very straight here. Maybe it's fine. You were sick the last week, so your mom wanted me to rest as much as possible. But my dad, he wanted me exercising. So I told a little lie saying I did. Apparently he called my mom. She told him I was really sick. I got called in the middle of the night and hit. What? Just like the idea that your father wanted you to like you should be exercising. Like that's just so fucking weird. Are you are you like and hit? Like are you saying he hit you? That's also insane. Jesus. I'm just sitting here fighting with this trailer. Exact problem I knew I was gonna have. Oh god, what did I just run over? Oh god, don't know what that was. I'm like hitting these like little curbs. Maybe I should just try to turn on out of here. He slammed you into a door. He would, like, Jesus Christ. Like, I feel like people like that just need to, like, like, be, like, locked up. Was he, like, if he was, like, that unstable and, like, pissed at you that you weren't exercising and you were so scared of, you were obviously, like, too scared to tell him the truth. And then he found out, he just fucking slammed you into a fucking door. And then just acted like, yeah, he's gonna... I'm not surprised he didn't act like nothing happened. He's probably like, oh shit, I fucked up. Didn't want to think about it. Don't you dare hit me. Yeah, you wait. That's insane. Like, I'm... Like, hearing this story just makes me feel like just a little bit luckier. Like, I don't like, my father never, like, physically abused me, but he always had just kind of, like... It always felt like he might at any moment. Like, he had that kind of, like, air and, like, anger about him. That you were, like, scared that he might snap and actually hurt you. But he never actually did anything like that. Just like rubbing the bruise and got you to snitch. Well, I say hell yeah for that teacher. I hope something, you know, was done about your father. Just freaking crazy. Oh, so nothing happened to your father. They weren't able to, just nothing. That's ridiculous. A lot of... Okay, we're moving. We're moving. Hopefully I can catch the light. He said I lied. Jesus. The fact that he would, like... I hate that they would, like, believe him over you. Like, even just, like, the possibility that happened... Like something like something should be like looked into, you know. Be like look at this couple who've been divorced and be like, huh, they obviously divorced for a reason. And like the daughter here is saying that he slammed her into a fucking door over like basically nothing. Maybe this guy's got some problems. The government official said you lied? I don't even know how this stuff works. I'm just sitting here, I'm like, I can't believe they didn't... Like, it just seems so, like, simple to me. Just be like... No, he's a government official. It's even more fucked up. That someone like that is working in the government. Well, at least he doesn't have any, like, sway in the government, I guess. Maybe he doesn't... Maybe he won't decide to have, like, a little temper tantrum one day and beat somebody's mail up. God, that reminds me of, like, a manager I used to have who he would get, like, I guess he was just really stressed out about the job, and he would throw, like, little temper tantrums sometimes, and I'd seen him do it once or twice, and, like, I never, like, said or really thought much about it. And then there was one day, I guess he threw one of his little temper tantrums, and, like, someone, like, higher up than he was, like, saw him, and he got fired, like, on the spot. I don't even think I was there that day when it happened, but I heard about it. They just walked him out. Apparently he had already had some, like, they'd already had some, like, issues with him in the past, and they're like, we know this is your last, that was the last straw, goodbye. And he was fucking gone. Which at the time is just weird. Like, you have, like, the same manager for, like, months, and like since you started working there, and suddenly they're just gone. It is just kind of weird. But I guess, you know, that happens pretty often, actually. Thinking about other jobs I've had that's happened there too. Usually freaking sucks, though. I usually like things to stay the way they are and nothing to change, and a lot of fucking shit can change when you get a new manager. You scared for your stepmom? Like did he, are you saying, like, he remarried? Like he remarried, like, some, like, nice woman or something? Yeah, well, that's freaking unfortunate. God, that just reminds me of, like, I think I've met my, I don't think they're married, but my father's, like, girlfriend, like, a few times. I'm not even really sure what she's like. I think he's too, like, ashamed to let her meet anyone in the family. He's good at putting on the nice guy face. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of people like that in the world. There's a lot of people like that in the world. But back to your friend. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I'm like, you mentioned a friend? I don't remember at this point. Honestly. I feel like I have a terrible memory. Why does it sound like my blinker is still on? Oh my god, I broke it. No, it's gone now, it's fine. I think another, like, chat member who hangs around here a lot was here earlier. Other guy was talking about something I said the other day. I'm like, I don't remember that at all. Your friend just came out to her parents. How is that? Well, I hope that went well. Usually these stories don't go well, but hopefully it went well. God, I just realized, because I've had a, God, maybe that wasn't it. Ah, never mind. Never mind. I was gonna say something, then immediately realized that might not even be the way it had gone. So never mind. I wonder if this is a new song. Other guy just puts random songs on this list, and this one doesn't seem familiar. At least not as familiar as like the previous song. I swear that song plays so many times every stream. They're like da 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 da, like stuck in my head forever. She was scared they would reject because of things they had said. Apparently they just have faster mouths than brains. So you're saying they like accidentally said something that might have like come across as unaccepting, but they're actually accepting? That sounds like a good thing if I'm understanding the message correctly. God, I was just thinking of something. I'm just like, man, fucking hate this male bone structure. Fuck this bone structure. Gonna put my dick in my own bone structure. God, I don't know why it's so funny. Just be like, fuck that. Gonna put my dick in that. Just like put blank here. Oh, I discovered Reno. Isn't that like a relatively famous city? And I'm gonna like immediately leave. She told them, and what they said hurt her mom, burst out crying, and kept apologizing. Oh, well, at least her mom realized what she, I guess, said or accidentally said was hurtful and like was sorry for it. I mean, overall, it sounds like them coming out went pretty well. Feeny, what game are you playing back there? You're just playing game. Oh, good night. Thanks for coming by, Chloe. I appreciate the follow. And I appreciate you talking. It's nice to have people active in chat. And I appreciate all the follows. What, Feeny? For the cooler. Oh. Make garden. It's just a demo. Isn't that just the way? People love not fully releasing their games. Urger Outpath one day. God, when Outpath comes out, I haven't even decided if I'm gonna stream it yet, but I'm gonna be playing the hell out of that. Like, maybe I should just say fuck it and stream it. Like, it's gonna be like a calm, just like talk to chat kind of stream, because there's no way that's like I feel like with the gameplay and that, no one's gonna find that particularly interesting. But I'm gonna sit down and play that game for like 12 hours straight, maybe even more. Like, I played the demo to that game, and I'm just like, holy shit, Outpath is like the thing I want to be doing. Like the 10-hour Yakuza Like a Dragon stream is gonna look like a toddler compared to this like strong, fully grown, burly woman stream I'm gonna do when Outpath comes out. Why are we so slow? What's happening? God, I'm scared to even like merge. Okay, we're gonna pass this fucking guy, and we won't have to like emergency take that lane over there because of like an exit I need. Okay, Mr. Slowpoke, why are you in this lane now? Look what you've done to me. Now we're going slower than the cars in the lane I was just in. The speed limit is 55. Why is everyone going like 40 or 35? And now I need the waste. I do need that lane. This game is doing this on purpose. They're like, oh, you need the way station. You need the right lane. Emergency, emergency. And I'm like, there's a fucking car over there. There's a car in the way. Agricultural inspection ad. What, like, state am I in? They keep having to check my truck for, like, bugs. And, like, rogue plants. I'm not in perfect technical state. Well, I guess next time I see a truck fixer, I'll get the truck fixed. There's a line. I'm like 40 minutes away from my destination. Hey, other guy. There was like a song that played earlier, and I was wondering if it was new on the playlist or not. I think it was like tennis or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. That guy didn't even stop. So other guy, you want to send me that silly video you made? That had like the me jump scare at the end and had like the ridiculous pizza? I feel like I hadn't even thought of this before. I was like, oh, I'll just put it on fucking YouTube, and now I'm just like, I want to put that on TikTok. That'd be hilarious. To see how well something like stupid like that did compared to my other TikToks. Can I put that on TikTok, please? Content is content, other guy. We need the pizza video. I didn't have a TikTok to upload this week. We need the pizza video. It'll go down as in history as the best TikTok of all time. Oh, is that the truck fixie? Here, maybe I'll drop this off and go get my truck looked at. I love red lights. I'm the protagonist. I should get to skip all the red lights, like when I have an escort. The red lights in this game are kind of stupid too. Apparently it's 72 outside. Maybe I should open the window. Maybe I'll do that here in a second. I'm not sure how hot it is in this room, but it's definitely hotter than 72. Beanie, what'd you do? There was an earthquake in your little farming game? Your little garden game. What happened to your garden? Did it get swallowed up by like a sinkhole? Damage all your items. Oh no. Your little plants got damaged. Oh no, how are you gonna take care? The frog gonna run away because there's no plants. It's gonna be like when we played Terraria and everyone died and then like the slimes left and the fucking dog ran away because there was no fucking people left. Uh-oh. That was my turn. I didn't think that was my turn. Oh god. Whoopsie, I took out a stop sign. It's not important. They didn't charge me money for it, so obviously it's not important. They didn't care enough about it. There's a stop sign on my street that got stolen a little while back. Like a really bad storm came through and like knocked it over. And somebody was really nice and like, I don't know, I guess like tried to kind of put it where it's supposed to be and kind of like put it like right on the side of the road where it was meant to be instead of like falling over wherever it had like ended up. And it just disappeared like the next day. Like somebody just stole the whole stop sign. Like the stick and everything connected. Here, I'm gonna open the window. So many frog homes. Homes for your frog. Feeny, you're a nerd. You're doing things right now. Oh. Oh, the window. The window's gonna save us, Feeny. Maybe. Feeny, can I see your little frog homes? Oh, I see the frog.
Oh no!
What's that mud hole?
Fixed it. It was the can.
Oh, see them. They were glowing for a second. Goldfish. I see rain. That could be a bee. It's big enough. You can't. Feeny says he doesn't have enough money to buy carrot. How much can carrot cost? Why does it cost $2,000 to buy carrot? Feeny can't afford carrot. This is so sad. I need to go get my truck fixed before I take another job. Let's see here, there was one close by. I can figure out where it went. Is that? Yeah, that's the thing I'm looking for. Oh god. Forgot there was a trailer there. That's the stop sign I killed. If you hit me, it's your own fault. There's no stop sign here. Hey, other guy, check this out. This is how you use a fucking roundabout. See how easy that was? How fast? How much faster it was when you use a roundabout the correct way? Hell yeah, Feeny got the carrots. Now you can feed the frogs. What if... Let the frogs have the carrots. Let the fish have carrots too. Other guy, remember when you were saying you didn't know what a MIDI was? What do you call this thing playing right now? What do you call this thing? This if a song sounds like that, it's probably a MIDI. I almost did more damage to my truck. Fix my truck. It's a lot of wheel damage. My coin insurance. I don't even know what that means. Would insurance just cover wear and tear on my truck? That doesn't sound right. Okay, now I need a job. I need a big, good job. So now you find a job. Jobs here. Ooh, these the big boy jobs. Here's a couple more. 61 an hour for a mile. 62 a mile, but that's like, it's not the easy one. These are the easy ones. I want this one. Sure, my truck can handle it. It's only... it doesn't say the weight. Tuba Buffet's Night Out. It's not a weird title for a song. I don't know who Tuba Buffet is. I assume they're fictional. And that's Roller Coaster Tycoon again. That like other guy gaslit me into thinking I've heard before. Yeah, I need to like wipe my glasses off. So yeah, I've done a couple of these. Can definitely handle it. The hardest part is getting out of here. I do like these like big, these big escort ones. I feel like it's like a lot of money. It's such an easy job. Escorts make this so like trivial. Unless I get stuck on a pole. But that would never happen. And look at all this traffic backed up. They have to wait for me. Uh-oh, hill. Hill. Oh god. My truck almost couldn't do that. If there's like a hill like steeper than that, I'm fucked. Watch for wildlife. I've never seen like a wild animal in this game. They're always like behind fences. They're not allowed to be free. Okay, this hill's kind of crappy too. What do I do if my truck, like it turns out my truck can't do the job? Do I just cry? Is there a give up button? We're losing speed. This isn't going too great. We're barely moving. Come on. I could pedal this up the road on a bike faster than this. Oh, we gained a mile. Oh, we're going a little faster now. It's starting to even out. My truck is so powerful. Why is my controller just stopped working? Please, controller, I need you. Oh, come on. Come, oh. Oh my god, my controller's back. Wouldn't it be funny if that was my problem, was my controller wasn't working? This probably wasn't the problem. We would have stopped a lot faster. And we'd be going a lot faster right now. Oh boy, rest area. Wahoo. Definitely need to sleep after the 10 hours I've spent going up that hill. Can we please get some even ground? Please. Maybe a downhill. Why did you just slow down? You're fucking me. Don't fucking do that. You know how hard it was to get going this fast? Don't just hit your brakes for no reason. Ooh, we're really moving now. We're going crazy. We're almost going 40. Almost. Oh, ooh. Whoa, I can cruise control now. This guy in front of me would never suddenly hit his brakes and ruin me. The music would seemingly never stop working. Moons, what's happening? Moons. No. You get a secret ending? No, I don't think you do. I am very serious right now. I gotta make the money so I can get get a new garage, and then I gotta make the money to get a new car, a new freaking truck, and then I gotta hire a driver. I have to hydrate now. I'm okay here. I'm cruise controlling. I can hydrate. Just gotta open this bottle with like my legs. Okay, there, I did it. I am fine. I'm on like the brr part of the road, but 5,600 kills in your strange airstrike. That is a lot of kills. You've been playing the hell out of TF2. Like, that really is a lot of kills. I think my like strange medigun I have that I've had since I like kind of like started playing TF2 off and on has like, maybe I don't remember how many Ubers I have or like assists. I feel like it was around 2,000, maybe like 3,000 now. I wish bot killers weren't so ugly. I guess that's what makes them so cheap, is they're ugly and they're pretty common. Oh, now we're going downhill. What was the point of going uphill if we just go downhill afterwards? They do look ugly. I'm glad you agree with me that they look ugly, because I think I have a friend of mine who like argues that they're not that bad. I'm like, they're pretty bad. Just like the giant like skull hanging off, like the big ugly metal skull hanging off your weapon. It's pretty ugly. I mean, aren't they like all crazy people in like their own special way? Or are you saying only a crazy person would like what those weapons look like? I think I played MVM like one time, and I just played like medic and was like, I think I just like pocketed a heavy. I played medic and just pocketed a heavy, and I don't know what like difficulty or anything we were on, but we kind of just destroyed. And I never played MVM again. I didn't get the golden pan, I quit. Like the bolt cutter knife, if it didn't have the dumb wire tying it to the knife. Yeah. It's just really ugly, crappy like metal skulls attached with crappy random wires. I don't know what to do with the shit I get from MVM. I guess try to sell it if you got like, I don't know, parts or whatever. Like fabricators, I don't know. I usually just try to sell that crap if I wind up getting some. You have a medic weapon, you don't play medic, it's time to sell it, I guess. Trade it off. You could always turn it into scrap. Sells for like 10 cents. I mean, that's 10 cents. That's what I think. 10 cents is 10 cents. Just put that in your freaking Steam wallet. Killstreak set kills. The Killstreak kit sells for $5. That is pretty damn good. It sounds like you got insanely lucky in your first tour. Like, Jesus. I think my first tour I did that I mentioned, I just got a bunch of garbage. A bunch of garbage. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I imagine something like that would go pretty... be a pretty little penny. Beanie, what are you giggling about now? Did you kill a frog? You get a letter from your nemesis? Why does that, like, cozy, like, farming garden game have a nemesis? Other guy does not understand anything about TF2. Other guy only understands songs that sound like Temporary Secretary and the Flintstones and Chocobo. The three genders, the three genres of music. You don't know happiness until you dump 18 crit rockets into a crowd of robots. I imagine that is pretty fun. I imagine it makes it even more fun if one of those robots just get bounced on top of your medic and they get like backstabbed. That would only make it funnier. Song break. I feel like it's always those Gran Turismo songs always break. It's fucking Chocobo again. I see Final Fantasy and I just assume it's Chocobo. I don't know about it being the best weapon, but it seems fun. I've never really used it. Do you just like, do you use it on its own, or do you use like the parachute as well? Request 18 versions of Chocobo theme at your wedding party. I'm gonna make sure that the DJ is specifically instructed not to play any Chocobo. Maybe like one Chocobo. Running with the gunboats. Whenever I play soldier, I'm too much of a baby. I play with a conch. I usually use like a stock. I usually either use the cow mangler or a stock rocket launcher and just use the conjurer. Joke's on you, the DJ will be me. Feeny, are you making other guy our wedding DJ? Feeny, I didn't agree to this. Hi, cow mangler, it's so ugly. I think having infinite ammo is fun. The infinite ammo is too much fun. I love just getting to spam and as much as I want with no consequences. black box. It's funny how you're like, I use gunboats like a real gamer, and then you're like, black box. From what I understand, black box is like the baby weapon. Oh no. Everything's fine. I have a black box and I've like tried using it, but I just don't like it. Yeah, you don't get enough health back. You're like missing like one rocket out of your clip. I just don't think it's like worth using. But then I don't understand. Like it always blows my mind because I use that rocket launcher and I'm like, wow, I'm getting like the shit beat out of me. This thing sucks. I'm gonna use like stock rocket launcher and I already like I'm doing better. And then I meet like a soldier who has like an Australian. They'll have like an Australian black box and they'll kick my ass with it. And like the whole team is getting their ass kicked by this Australian black box soldier, and no one can stop him, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Like he can't be that good, can he? You like it anyways, even though it has the clip nerf. Oh god, what's that one rocket launcher that has like 5 rockets, but it does like something stupid like 30% less damage? What is that thing called? I'm trying to remember what that thing is called. That thing sucks. Yeah, the Liberty launcher. The Liberty launcher is so bad. Like, not only does it do like less damage than all the other rocket launchers, which I mean, I guess isn't a big deal since it has that extra rocket, but I think the damage fall off on that thing is crazy. Like you can like, I feel like you shoot somebody who's like 30 feet away and it'll do like 15 damage on a direct hit. Hate using ugly weapons. I don't even think it's ugly. It's just bad. Black box looks cool. Do you think the Australian weapons look bad? Like something about it just being like solid gold, like doesn't look great. Stat clocks are pretty cool. And if you have a stat clock that like guarantees you don't have a bot killer weapon. Australian knives look pretty cool. I feel bad for all those poor suckers out there that ever got an Australian and it was like a blow socker. Like imagine getting on Australian from one of your tours and it's like the cheapest, most worthless one. Oh my fucking horror, these people. Oh my god, it worked. They're moving. Like we're not even supposed to stop at stoplights. We're supposed to have like the right of way through these, but there's so many people waiting for this damn stoplight we can't go through. I'd rather get a nice war paint instead of an Australian. I don't think I've ever bothered like using any war paints. I've not messed around with like too much cosmetic stuff in TF2. I mostly just care about like I have a strange weapon, I'm happy. A lot of like the hats in TF2 I think are so fucking ugly. Like I feel like 90, probably like maybe even more than 95% of like the cosmetics in that game are just hideous. Here, I'll turn down the music a little. Most cosmetics are awful. I think so too. I think like a friend I would play TF2 with like disagreed. I think I told him that I thought most of them were super ugly, and he was like so like horrified. He's like, "Oh my gosh, how could you like believe that? Like that there's so many good ones." And he's like, they're like listing off some like cosmetics, and I'm looking at them like, no, these are bad. Oh, so your soldier's dressed up like a Redditor. He's got the fedora on. The fedora is like permanently like blacklisted. You can't have a fedora anymore, I'm sorry. Sorry, Reddit ruined fedoras. You can only get away with wearing a fedora if you're like 60 years old. And it's not like you're gonna become 60 and it's gonna suddenly be okay. No, you have to be like already 60. Or in a ska band. I don't know what that is. But sure. Sure. The other guy usually knows what he's talking about. He knows music. I feel like I've seen this trailer I'm pulling clip through a couple objects. Like when I was going through that like final red light, it looked like it clipped through the red light. Can y'all open the gate? A trilby? You don't know what that is. I'm going to Google. Images. Yeah, that looks a lot like a fedora. I'm looking at like a side-by-side of a fedora and like a trilby. And I'm like, not sure of the difference. It's like no difference. I'm looking like, what's the difference here? Like I think the fedora, like I guess like the visor part kind of like angles down more, and the trilby's doesn't. Sunglasses and had a Blues Brothers reference. I cosplay Walter White with Engineer. You love me a trilby? Is it because like trilby's like the kind of hat like Gumshoe would wear? Does Gumshoe wear a trilby? He's a fucking detective. He's got to, right? It's like required. Go 10 miles an hour, are you kidding me? Dr. Gorebot weapons. Are those like the ones that have like infinite ammo? Oh, I don't even know what Dr. Gorebot is. I really like using like the ugly sci-fi ones. I like the Cow Mangler. It's unfortunate that it's like the only upside it has is that it has like infinite ammo. That's the only upside. Other than that, it's just it's just a God. Yeah, the Thompson is terrible. I hate, like, I wish the Thompson was good, but it's just not. The Flog is just evil. It's unfortunate that the Cow Mangler can't do any damage to buildings. But it has like, oh, it has that like special ability that lets it do like damage, like it like disables buildings, but like that's useless. I've heard the Eureka effect is actually like pretty good and has its uses. Yeah, I usually just used like the Jag on playing Engineer, which I don't do very often. Maybe more of this. I've been doing like the high value cargo when I can. This job looks pretty good. It's just like almost a straight line. It did not let you say that word. And I think I'm okay with that. Scout mains are annoying. I mean, that's like kind of like the whole point, I guess. Like, from what I understand about like playing Scout, like your job isn't even so much to like kill people, it's just to like annoy people. It's just to like go in like the back line and shoot people in like the back when they're not looking and just do like just really annoying damage to them. Like watching Stir play Scout, like I feel so bad for the players. There was a moment recently where Stir was playing Scout and just stood outside their spawn door and just like threw cleavers at every single person who tried to walk out of spawn, and they couldn't kill him. I mean, I use cleaver. I freaking like suck at throwing it because I never play the game, but I like the cleaver. I like cheesing things in TF2. I think that's fun because I'm not particularly good at the game. I usually just default to playing medic though, because I just play like fucking just casual matches, and if you don't have a medic, I feel like you just lose. Like, not like trying to like run like a damage class like soldier or like pyro or something stupid and not having a medic is just the worst experience ever. So usually I'm just like, fuck it, we don't have a medic, I'll play medic, because I don't want to play without a medic, so I'll be the medic. Just run shortstop. I think I usually just, it's either like force of nature or just like a stock shotgun. Yeah, other guy, you understand. You've played lots of TF2. But the problem is that it's like you're looking for a weapon that's fun to fight against and isn't like overpowered. That's like assuming that I can hit my shots. Like I use like stock scattergun. I can't hit anything. Like no one's dying in 3 hits because I can't hit anyone. They're completely fine. Oh, I ate before the stream, and that was like 5 hours ago now, and I'm thinking about food again. Wonder how hard it would be to... Oh god, they're fucking me. Wonder how hard it'd be to, like, emulate Viva... What Viva Pinata did you play, Feeny? On the Xbox. I have an Xbox 360. Does that play Viva Pinata? Have Feeny spoon feed you? I don't think either of us want to do that. Did I just hit that car? It didn't charge me money. Orc then? I don't think we want that. That doesn't. No. No. Oh, you get experience for free roaming? That's kind of cool. You played the original Viva Pinata? Because you're old. Baby game for baby Feeny. And I don't know what Viva Pinata... I don't think I ever played one, but I remember seeing like tons of ads for one of them. I remember like my sister really wanted it. My youngest sister. Do not the pinata, Feeny. Rocket jump to get to my destination faster. Use your shield charge. Hey, help me. Ooh, I'm rocket jumping. I'm rocket jumping. I don't think it worked. That's unfortunate. I don't have a shield charge. I think I would get a ticket for speeding. Yeah, Liz, you're pretty young. You don't know what Viva Pinata is? Live pinatas? It was... I'm not even sure what it was. It was like... I guess kind of like a... Like you're supposed to like take care of the pinatas. I guess it was kind of like a... You just have to make a garden to attract pinatas and keep them happy. And then I guess make them buck. Feeny said something about making them buck. How did you go 10 hours without food yesterday? I forget how long I'd been streaming, but I think I did take like one BRB and I ate. I forget. I think I did like 2 BRBs. Yeah, I took 2 BRBs. One I got food, and the other one I also got food. I ate twice during that stream. It's a revolutionary thing I've never done before, eating twice during a stream. No pineapple on pizza. No pineapple on pizza! I can and will get rid of that emote. Ha, you did it wrong. I will kill Bridget if I have to. Bridget will pay for your sins, just like Jesus. Oh god, that'd be really funny if like Bridget like popped up and she was on a little cross. That'd be so fucking funny.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
That's so mean. Why'd you make Bridget say that? And why didn't you make her like scream it or something? You've been messing around with the text-to-speech in some funny ways. It's like the third time I've heard temporary secretary today.
Happy Halloween, yep, it's today, yeah, definitely not October 1st, it's Halloween, so happy Halloween, yeah, yep, oh yep, who's so scary, yeah, someone help our ghosts, oh my god, there are
Oh no,
please,
the
somebody
ghosts!
help me.
Thank you,
I
Leilani,
have
for
fooled the
that
shepherds.
Halloween message.
I will know their greatest fear. I will know your greatest fear.
It's not Halloween here for another like 20-ish minutes. Like 15, like 17 minutes. Then it'll be Halloween. But I hope you live through the ghost attack. Thinking about food.
Blur blah blur blah blur blah blur blah blur blah blur blah blur blah.
Blurble.
I lived, but now they want to smoke my weed. Please help.
Oh no, not your weed. Have you tried the classic vacuum? The vacuum working on them? Have you called the Ghostbusters?
Luigi, please. Walter, pull your pants back of Walt.
Hey Leilani, did you know that I have media share? If you look down there below me, if you hold on, you wanna? I can't quite make my eyes look down.
You
Down
can't hear
there.
TMT be doing
Up,
this, Walt.
down there. There's media share. Woo. Hey Liz, you wanna? My voice is dying. You wanna use the media share? I streamed for 10 hours yesterday. My voice is fine. I'm a hardened streamer. What is a media share?
Honestly, if I saw
that.
that damn thing in my living room, I'd stomp on it until it was a small brown stain.
That was media share. There's like the explanation on the stream kind of like below my VTuber. You just do like !SR and like a YouTube link, and the video will go into the queue. And then other guy has to like vet the video before he has to like watch it to make sure it's not like bad. Yeah, or like content claim, like copyrighted music. So try to avoid just throwing in copyrighted music, or it's not gonna go through. Yes, they do. YouTube Shorts do work. God, it's gonna get like messy in there, isn't there? Isn't it? Isn't it? You're welcome, other guy. Thank you for agreeing to look at these videos for me. God, I would have it like in my title that I have media share, but I don't know. Me and other guy are pretty sure my stream got like targeted for like harassment for doing that. The music just die again. I did. I think I told you about it. How people like came in here and followed me to get like the channel points, and then like abuse the bot to say like terrible things. What was that? And why is it loud?
All right, 3 more consonants and a vowel.
In water, chimps will drown.
Oh, those poor chimps. Oh no. Thought you were speaking hypothetically? No, that happened like twice. Your Kirby one got skipped? I'm sorry. Yell at other guy about it. Other guy, how could you? Tisk tisk.
I love refrigerators.
Was that when you sent the request for us to share banned users? That was around the time, yeah. I also requested like the ban list of like a lot of like really big streamers, and none of them has like accepted. They haven't denied it, but no one has accepted it. So I guess nobody else knows it exists either. Oh, do I? Did I when did I fucking minimize that? Bring this. I didn't it's not minimized.
Oh no, it's raining!
Hey, I know. I'll use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan.
Ah, drying pan. Here, I gotta try to hold on. I gotta try to fix me. I don't know why it's not. Give me. Oh, the program's not responding. I guess I'll close this and reopen it. I'm broken. Hold on. My me is broken. Let's just try to reopen that and hope everything's fine. Or else I'm just gonna have to get like a PNG of a tomato and put my face on it. It's nice because I can look up their usernames and see if they're sock puppets or if they're using their real info. I've found so many trolls and sent them the... I got lost in that message. LinkedIn's. That's something I don't know what it is.
You're a very good puzzle
Where's my
solver,
me?
but I don't know. It's,
Oh,
you have 10
oh,
seconds.
there I
Keep
am.
talking. Maybe the right thing will
I
pop
fixed
out.
it. Everything's fine.
You
Don't
got it.
worry about what you just saw. TikToks do not work. I'm pretty sure it's only YouTube.
All right, 3 more consonants.
LinkedIn's a website
and
that
vowel.
hosts resumes
One
that also has a social media aspect to it.
and a vowel.
Hi.
Well, this looks tough to me.
Oh, I crashed into
You're a
someone.
very good
No, I
puzzle
didn't.
solver, but I don't know. You have 10 seconds. Keep talking. Maybe the right thing will pop out. Good luck. You got it.
Oh my god. It was Boyo. Oh, you fucker. Back it up. Permanently unemployed. That's something I'm attempting to fix. No one likes me. No one wants to hire me. I need to turn at this fucking light. This is the worst place on earth to be turning. Oh. Where are these cars coming from? They're just spawning around that shitty corner. I can't like go fast enough. I'm going. Fuck you, taxi. This is where I live now. Yeah, I don't know how you're like meant to get a job because you find a place and you apply and nothing ever happens and you never hear anything ever. You don't hear anything from them for as long as you live. Hold on, I forgot my trucker hat. Come on, get out of here. Stupid screen. So many people go on Twitch and blatantly harass LGBTQ on accounts with their real names, and it's just so funny how quickly they'll block or be ashamed of it, and it's like destroys them with my mind. You're gonna have to like, I need to figure out how to do that. Because like we're sharing band information, but I can't find out where your actual like list of banned users is. I don't know how to look at that. I looked like I like tried to find it, and I'm just like, does it not actually tell me? Only say funny TikToks, not YouTube. Trying to rig the system against you. I mean, I didn't do this. Blame other guy. Other guy's the one that wanted media share. I'm just still gonna start putting blame on other guy today, even though he's the one being nice enough to watch these videos for me. I don't mean it, other guy. Comes to a lot of jobs I have landed. I go inside, ask for a manager, ask about employment. Most every time they'll tell me to apply online. There have been a couple of times when they've given me their application. Then I wait, and then I call, and then I wait. If nothing happens, I go in one more time. I'm too, like, anxious. Like, I know, like, I really need a job, and I should probably just, like, actually, like, do that and, like, go in person. But I'm also just, like, scared I'm gonna go in person, and they're just gonna, like, grab me by my neck and, like, choke me. And I'm gonna be, like, trying to ask Feeny for help, and then Feeny's gonna, like help, like they're gonna both, like Feeny's gonna pick up my legs and they're gonna pick me up by my neck and they're gonna throw me into like the trash compactor. That's what happens when you talk to people in real life. Parents won't let you, so you have to focus on schoolwork. I mean, I'd say that's pretty smart. I think we've had this conversation in the past before. I'm just like, do not get a job. It's not fun. Time I applied for Target and I was a perfect candidate for the position. I heard nothing back, so I literally went in, asked for the manager of the store, told them I put in an application and why I hadn't heard back. They were like, "What's your name?" And I told them, and they looked me up and they were like, "Oh yeah, you were perfect, but you said no Tuesdays, and for the position we need full availability." And then he legit told me to just apply that night. That's hilarious, because whenever I apply, I just tell them like full availability. Like I'm just like, I'm free at all times. Like I'll apply for a nighttime position and be like, I'm free every day of the week, all night. I will stay overnight. I'll come in the afternoon, whatever you want. And they're just like, they never contact me. Scheduled you an interview and you got a call for another position the next day. I still went back in and told them about it in case I ever wanted to work at Target in the future. Going in can help a lot. If I didn't go to Target, I would have known nothing. You need money to fuel your TF2 addiction. Well, didn't you make like $13 from NVM? That's like 13 tours, isn't it? Yeah, I imagine people have like the same frustrations as me, because one of the things I try to keep in mind is there's probably like hundreds of other people applying for like the same job I'm applying to. And I'm like, I don't have like the best job record. And I don't really have like a resume. I don't even know where I'd begin making a resume. I haven't had a job in like 2 years. And I feel like a lot of like workplaces probably see that and just like throw my application in the trash. Probably like, haven't worked in 2 years. Yeah, this person's useless. I'm just like, no, I don't think I'm useless. I try not to think that. When a Costco opened in your parents' town, 100,000 people applied for positions. It was an insane number. It's a fairly small town, so you're actually right. Depends on the company, but yeah. God, now that you're here, Leilani, I'm just thinking about what the fuck is that? Yeah, I'm gonna go like to the next state over and visit my mother and piss on her bed. That's a good idea. And then I'm gonna go back home before she can do anything. Costco's notoriously known for good benefits. That was definitely a factor in the number, but still, yeah, that still is a lot of people. Oh, I need that fucking lane. You dumb red car. I feel like if I saw a truck like this turn on their blinker like they wanted the next lane, that's when you fucking slow down. You don't speed up, you slow down. Unless you want to get turned into a pancake. Even that trade fucking sucks. What trade did you learn? I should have learned a trade. But I feel like I don't know what trades there are. I know there was like, what the fuck is this white car doing? What are you doing? I'm in this lane. I'm like, there's like I think I remember the trades that were offered was either welding, which sounds awful to me and I didn't want to do, or like cosmetology, which is a thing I like have never known anything about. And I was just kind of like scared to try that, I guess. Doing random odd jobs to the people in my neighborhood doesn't fuel your addiction. Geronimo. I'm gonna see that movie eventually, and I'll finally understand the context of that, and it won't be worth it. I'm a optometric technician and an these are big words, Leilani, okay? And an optician. I learned them from accident just applying for odd jobs and became an apprentice. That's interesting. I don't know what those jobs are, but it's interesting. You just accidentally stumbled into like a trade.
Remember, you can use Bridget if you don't want to distract Moon from driving. Smile.
Yeah, but Bridget's mean to me. Bridget said fuck you to me earlier. Work in the optometry field. Optometric technician can be compared to a dental assistant, but depending on the office, you're very involved. An optometrist is a person who makes glasses, cuts lenses, measures lenses, repairs lenses. That's kind of cool though. Oh, I wish I could just cut my own lenses.
Kisu, I carry you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, small mouse. And Bridget. That's the wrong way. That's the wrong way. Get out of my fucking way, you dumb car. Ah! You're supposed to get out of my way. Oh, my money. I need that money. The what has gone from his hooza? Ah! I'm the person that makes you go look at the balloon and then I stab you in your eye. But I'm also an optometric technician. Depending on state laws, can just straight up give you and finalize a prescription. It doesn't seem that difficult to like do like eye prescriptions. It's just like you have them look through the little machine and you put like the, you know, the lenses down and you're like, oh, is this better? Is this better? Is this worse? Is this better? And then you like, I assume you just write the numbers down. Is there more to it than that? It isn't the easiest thing to do. It'd be very intricate. I don't know nothing about nothing. Oh, this is why I need a freaking job. I need a freaking job already. I don't know what else to say about that. And also, Leilani, I always feel a little bad because like I still like think about that, like I don't know, like I'll open Twitter and I'll see that it'll be like, oh, this number of people liked a tweet you were mentioned in, and it's like that same tweet that you mentioned me in, and I'm like, that's so sweet of Leilani, but I honestly don't know how to like show my appreciation for something like this. I'm so like, this is like so foreign to me. Like people like you know, like I don't know how to answer something like this. This is not something that's like happened to me. Just don't think about this stuff too hard. Then you start getting existential. I can say that word in my head. That's all that matters. Your friends should never require you to give them a form of appreciation or anything in return. Simply showing you love. Show enough just by being your friend. Don't have to worry about that. I'm worrying about it a little bit. And then it's got these Gran Turismo songs always screw up. And then God, what was I just saying?
I'm eating cannoli today and it's great. And I'm about to kill my son.
Okay. That was a video. God, what was I talking about? That really put the nail in the coffin you buried my conversation in. Oh God. It's not coming back. And that dumb little car almost ran into me. Oh God, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was gonna mention, it's, I don't know, I feel like we like, oh, how do I even word this? I don't know, we don't like talk very much at all, Leilani. I'm not even sure what I would like talk to you about. You don't really talk to anyone. You seem like you like I go to your stream and you're just like,
I don't know if this is the
oh
particular
God, get
parking
this the fuck
spot
out of here.
but I can handle it, right?
You seem like you talk to a lot of people with how you like talk to everyone in your chat room. A lot of people consider you to be someone that is very popular, but in my opinion, it's the opposite. I live a fairly quiet life. I hate talking to people, and I hate school. Oh, I can't believe you hate talking to your partner. That's so rude of you, Liz. Wow, I can't believe you don't consider your partner a person. stop twisting my words, but it's fun. It's fun. I have to get back at someone for making me listen to my own voice. Hogwash cannot continue. You call me old. You're using words like hogwash. I enjoy talking to people, but I think my autism provokes a genuineness that makes a lot of neurotypical and even other neurodivergent people uncomfortable. To really just listen and respond instead of talk. Yeah, I think I kind of get what you mean, because I don't know, you just seem like really, really nice in a way that I'm like not like familiar with. Like no one's ever really like talked to me that way, so then I'm just like, I don't know what to say. Oh God, how do I like reciprocate what this person is saying to me? Also, I guess I missed my fucking turn. I'm supposed to be on the other side of this fence. God damn it. How was I supposed to tell? They're so close to each other. It's like the same road. How many hours did I just add to my trip? What did I just do? It's right there. I can still see the road. Can I have on that road?
Hello, grandfather. Hello. He can talk then, can he? Of course he can talk. He's a human being, isn't he? But he's your grandfather. Who knows?
It honestly means a lot. I guess I hope it does. I don't know. I didn't feel like it would mean a lot. It's just like I'm just kind of agreeing with you. What is this car doing? He's like fucking brake checking me. What did I do to my route? Oh my God, look at that fucking circle. Look at all that. All that road I gotta drive on. And it's like uphill too. I think Euphemia and Chat are very nice. There's an uncomfortableness here that makes me feel at home and welcome. Oh, why did I read that as uncomfortableness? I read that as uncomfortableness for some reason, and then I was like, wait a fucking minute. That can't be right. Oh, there's a car. Just stop use your gas pedal. I hope my neighbor can hear me yell at these cars from like in their house right now. Like I have my window open. They're probably like out in their backyard. Like what's happening up there? I think you're nice. It's attributed to strict laws my autism has given my brain as a result of playing Nintendo games like Earthbound and absorbing media like Arthur growing up a lot. I'm not sure what like Arthur is, but when I think of the name Arthur, I just think of like that really old Disney movie, The Sword in the Stone. And that was like one of my favorite movies growing up. And that also makes me think of like, I think it always came in a pair. It was like The Legend of like Ichabod Crane and like The Adventures of like Mr. Toad or something. And I remember always skipping Mr. Toad so I could watch Ichabod Crane. That was another like really old like Disney movie I really like. And like Halloween's coming up, like that'd be like the perfect thing to like subject my stream to, but then like Disney's gonna whack me in the head. My stream's gonna blow up. I was like, don't say anything nice if you don't have anything to say. Always consider others' feelings. There's always different perspectives to everything. Turning the other cheek really does bring more peace. Other things like that. I said the first thing wrong because I'm stoned, but you know what I meant. Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like I'm usually pretty good at seeing other people's perspective on things, but I'm probably not that good at it. You bitch. Life is weird. Yeah. It is weird that you can like watch the same media as someone else and you feel like that media kind of like formed you, but then the other people who watch that media are just completely different. You attribute your personality to Saul Goodman, power, and your dad. What was that? Other guy, what was that? Your movie? That was not my movie. There's something wrong with that version of the movie. That looked like it might have been from like some crappy sequel or something. I don't know what that was. God, imagine if I missed this turn here. That would add another 20 hours. Like, I feel like that might have been a clip from the movie, but that audio, there was something that's not the version I remember. Oh, why'd you stop? You were going through the stop sign. Get out of my fucking way. I've already hit you once. I've given you your $900. I'm pushing you out of the fuck. He's sitting, there's no other cars around. He's just sitting there. Have we crashed? Technically, we're fine. We are completely fine. It wasn't my fault. I'm watching you play this game and talking to chat casually. Oh, talking to you, cat. Anyway. Like, we're for real on the phone, like, driving. I guess that's, like, why this, like... Maybe that's why, like, this game seems to, like, perform so well. I don't know. Like, I'm surprised at how well this game seems to just, like, perform, like, even just on this platform. Like, I'll upload this to... Did you like skip the part where they throw the baby in the water? But even like like the last few of these VODs I've uploaded to like YouTube, like outperform most of the other things I've uploaded. And I'm like, why? Who's watching this? There's like, it's not even so much like watching this, because it'll have like 1 hour of watch time and like 50 views, and I'm like, okay, who's clicking on this? Who's clicking on this and immediately like leaving? And I can't help that like, but think that people like see my model in like the thumbnail or something and be like, oh wow, they're cute and unique. And they click on my video and they watch for like 2 seconds and hear my voice and then just get the fuck out of there. Like I can't help but like think that. Like I'm like, that like has to be what it is. Like who else like just clicks on a random YouTube video for like no reason? Like I don't do that. Like there's no, like if YouTube recommended me like a truck sim video from someone with like 2 views, I wouldn't click on it. You wish you were Power, but you really are Kobini. Am I saying that right? It's been a while since I saw Chainsaw Man. Click on anything you don't really give a fuck. I don't usually click on anything that I'm not like already subscribed to, because I already like, I don't know, I already like know who I like. Like I have enough content from the people I already watch. I don't really go out looking for others, like new streamers or anything. Like recently I've just been like watching Limalicious play Liza P. And I've been kind of like, Liza P looks pretty good. I played the demo. Oh, not this fucking video. I played like the demo and I was like, oh, the demo kind of stunk. But apparently they learned from their mistakes and improved the game after the demo came out. I hate this video. That man is not speaking words in any language.
And that's it, that's me lot for today.
I love finding new people to watch. Sometimes you'll fall off, sometimes you don't. I feel like that's happened to me like a couple times. Where like, I'll like actually find someone I'm kind of interested in, and then after a while, I don't even remember what happens. It's just, I'm just like, lose interest in watching them. I can't wait to get face tracking one of these days so you can see like the disappointment and just disgust on my face right now. Like one day there'll be face tracking when I have like $1 million to pay someone. God, I think still like one of the best V2 models I've seen that I like the most, just like tracking wise and just like facial expressions and everything that is like Limalicious. Recently got like a new model and I'm just like, holy shit, her model is so good. But like it is so expensive. I think the rigging alone, me and Finu like looked at some of the prices and it was like easily like well over $2,000. And I'm just like, oh my god. The full body was $3,000, and then there was a lot of extras for like a tail and like animal ears and shit. And I'm like, I would need both of those. That's already extras on top of $3,000, and that's not even the model itself. It's just the fucking rigging. Devil contracts also confuse me. Like, do you mean what type of contract? Or a contract from a specific devil? God, I haven't like read the fucking manga. I know like Swift has read the manga and is like, read the manga, and I'm like, if I was gonna read any manga, I'd read Dota Hero. What the hell was that other guy? Like, what was that? It was just some like crazy ass band. Denny's? Like the restaurant Denny's? Or what? The band? Is that a band? There's no way that happened in a Denny's. Why? How? Like what? What Denny's like agreed to that? It was an other guy face reveal. Yeah, other guy played every instrument in that band. That was all him. Other guy, you're very talented. So many instruments. You're thinking hard. I don't even know like many of the devil contracts. I think the easy answer is just which one makes me richest the faster, or which one is like, I don't know. Is there any that can like make me like look physically different? Is there like a magic hormone demon that I could make a contract with? Be like, here, I'll sacrifice my penis. Turn me into like a, give me a female body. Here's my fucking dick. That's what I'm sacrificing. That was not you, other guy. You're not that old. I feel, what do those like devil contracts even do? What do those devil contracts do? Because I'm assuming you're just like choosing contracts that'll just let you like murder people. I just want a contract that I can use to like either make a lot of money or I don't know, look different. Ghost Arm is epic, Cursed Devil is an instant kill. Don't you have to like trade like basically somebody's life for like the instant kill thing? I could have taken that other friggin' line, whatever. Skin Devil can turn you into other people. What do you have to give up for the what does the Skin Devil want in exchange? Because Skin Devil sounds kind of cool. That's kind of one of the things I'm looking for. Probably not anything big, but it's not confirmed. I mean, they're the Skin Devil, so I assume they want skin. But then, like, what's the point of getting turned into another person if you've, like, lost all the skin on your arm? Then you just kind of, like, you know... They're not missing limbs, and they're constantly changing forms. Maybe a contract with the Eternity Devil. I'm assuming that makes you live forever. What do you have to give up for that, though? I feel like with a devil contract like that, they're like, I want your frontal lobe. We're gonna lobotomize you, but you get to live forever. I'm needing gas. Should probably just grab gas at this next this little place over here. You have to physically be inside of him. What, to live forever? Is he big? Can I like move my gaming setup inside? Can I put my house inside of him? Can I like put all my like furniture in there? Yeah, he's big. I guess that wouldn't be so bad. Maybe it's not too gross in there, I don't know. If you just put like a house inside of him, I guess you wouldn't notice if it was gross. Unless it like smelled bad. Say goodbye to fresh air. Maybe you can like have some like vented in. You just think it's neat. There's probably like a lot of devil contracts that are just like neat. Like the ghost hand thing is basically, like it sounds like it basically just gives you like telekinesis, which is pretty neat. I forget what you need, like have to give up for that contract though. I think, isn't it like, is that the one that like takes your eye? I don't know if that's like worth it. This one's for moons. Which one's, oh, what devil fruit would I want? I think we've talked about this before. Because at first I was like, you know, like the clone fruit would be really cool. I guess I'll take that one. And then you reminded me of Imperio and Ivankov. And I was like, well, obviously I'm taking the, like, you know, the fucking hormone one from Imperio. Excluding the appearance changing ones. God, I don't even know. I'm trying to think of one that's like would actually be useful. Maybe what is the name of Nico Robin's flute? Doesn't she has like the bloom fruit or something? Flaws or maybe mids. What are their fruits again? Magnet and operation. Isn't magnet like kids fruit? And operation, I don't even know what that is. You mean like
Can I tickle your penis till you bark? What? I said, y'all trying to play some basketball?
Oh my god! Bonkley! Feeny and I just watched that episode. Fucking love Bonkley. Bonkley is like one of my, like, he's probably my favorite character in the whole show. The dudes who took down Big Mom. Why did you call them that? That's not their names. Like, the freaking Operation Fruit would be cool though, but they make it like pretty obvious and like they really like drill it into you that you have to have like the skill of a doctor to be able to like really use that fruit. And also, like, what would you use it for? Because depending on what you choose to use it for, I think that would count as like an appearance change fruit. Because because he used that fruit to make a really hot bird woman, and I'm like, I mean, you could be a really hot bird woman if you use that fruit correctly, but that counts as appearance changing, so I don't think you get to choose that one. You do not need the skill of a doctor to teleport shit around. Shut up about Monet, but she's it always comes back to the harpy, but she's the hot bird woman. How can I not talk about the hot bird woman? She's not? No, she is. You're just... when did the fucking music stop? Why does it do this so often? It's fucking broken again. It won't load this video unless I skip into it a little. She's such an L. Okay, she might be like an L, but I still think she is physically attractive. Like bird woman. I don't know what it is. It's bird woman. I'd get Law's fruit. I don't know. Given between like Law's fruit and like Nico Robin's, I'd probably still choose like Robin's fruit. Actually, I don't know.
Good smell. Flavor.
Oh my god, Frankie. I don't need surgical skill to switch the positions of two objects. That is true. Switching the position of two objects would be really good. I would just stand in like the Walmart parking lot and like switch the position of like all of like the coolest Lego sets with some trash in the trunk of my car, and then I'd go home. Like, you wouldn't even have to get out of your car to do that. And then I'd go home and like stream me doing the dumb stuff. I'd be building the Legos. Or Sugar's fruit. What's that fruit again? That's not the girl who... Yeah, I was about to say, that's a fucked up fruit to ask for. I was like, that's not the girl who, like... No. No, that's the... Why would you want that fruit? That's just super, like, inhumane. I was thinking about that one guy who, like, I think if he can, like, just get a knife and cut whatever he wants and turn it into food, that fruit would be really tempting. I could go, like, take a rock from outside and turn it into a fucking just whatever I want to eat. Honestly, just anything. Get Big Mom's fruit. That's another one that I'm just like, you're just planning on, like, mass murdering, aren't you? Oh yeah, that was a fruit. Feeny remembered a fruit I hadn't even thought of, which is hilarious because he's seen that arc. I've just spoiled so much of it to him because I wasn't ever planning on watching One Piece or making him watch One Piece. Anyway, yeah, there's the fruit that lets you like whatever you draw just comes to life. Like you could just draw food and it would be like real. You could draw like an animal and then you'll just have like that animal to do your bidding. You're not good at drawing. Well, obviously we've seen you don't have to be good at drawing for it to work. You saw that guy's fucking drawings, I'm sure. You could learn how to draw. Is that the fruit you're gonna take, Feeny? You're gonna draw stuff and it's gonna come to life. I'm gonna draw you a little frog. I wonder if that would work with like digital art. That would be interesting. It comes to like you draw like a little, just like a little guy, and he comes to life and he's like, "Whoa, I have so many layers. Why did you do this to me? Oh, you forgot my line art on my left arm. No." And his color just falls into like a puddle on the floor. IRL scribble knots. That's what it would be like. Get Douglas. You can't just say the name of these characters. What's the fucking fruit do? Who the fuck is Douglas Bullets? I just disassemble people I don't like. You can already do that with like Law's fruit. Yeah, I don't think you need surgical knowledge to like cut someone in half. I think what they mean you need the surgical knowledge for is to like actually like heal people. Huh, Feeny? Are you looking up One Piece spoilers?
Wait, it's just like different screen caps of Robin of like the same scene, but...
I guess this is from the perspective of each of the characters. I don't remember this happening. I don't know. I don't know why Robin looks like that. Doflamingo's fruit would be fire because then I could control people. I feel like that's another fruit where you would need like a lot of just like knowledge. Like you would have to like he like you know, puppeted people on strings. You would have to have like the dexterity and knowledge in your fingers to control a puppet. There's nobody here. Why is the light still red? And this is like a three-way, so this light should change like really fast, and like hardly ever. It should just always be green unless somebody drives up to it. There was no one there. Three-way. God, that reminds me of like a food my grandmother cooked. It's like, I think it's, I'm trying to remember what it even is. It's like, it's an awful food. I hate it, but they just call it three ways. It's like beans, noodles, and cheese. And I think that's the only thing in the food. That's like the whole meal. And they call it three ways. And I never liked them. And my grandmother used to cook it all the time, I guess, because it was like easy. And you could make like a lot of it at once. Beans, yeah, it had fucking beans in it. Liz, did you scare Leilani off with One Piece talk? Leilani was talking about like Chainsaw Man, but then like One Piece started and Leilani gone. Leilani, I'm sorry. It's probably fine. They're probably lurking around or off doing important things. I'll have to remember not to mention beans around other guy, because now he just seems like too excited. First we were talking about three ways, and now we're talking about beans. Other guy's gonna like clip all of this and like use it in his fan fiction. Wait, what happened? I was blaming Liz for scaring you away, jokingly. Because I was like, Leilani was here and happy and talking about Chainsaw Man, and then you brought up One Piece. And they left. Also, Leilani, here, I hold on. For the, I think I mentioned this to you in your chat on your stream, or I was just like, for the longest time, I thought your preferred pronouns were they, them. And then now I'm just like lost. Here, you do me a favor and use this browser extension. Thank you. Match of a game I was playing started. Are you playing the Texas Chainsaw game? The classic Moon's twisting people's words. I mean, Leilani said that's what happened. Their brain shut off. Who would win, gold experience or the world? What? What is gold experience? Gold experience. Gold experience. They are your preferred pronouns, but I'm Bim and AFAB. So they them are my preference. I go by all because I'm trying to adopt, not needing any sort of validation for my gender identity. Not like that's necessary or anything. It is for me because I hate explaining myself. Yeah, that's valid. I kind of feel bad because I was like watching your stream while you were like explaining all that, but I think I got like so lost in the conversation that I completely like lost track of what your of what you had said your preferred pronouns were. I remember you were talking about like, I think like Demi Lovato, you were pretty sure stopped using strictly they them because they were tired of explaining it to people, and I was like, that's just kind of like sad, and I wish things weren't like that. I wish like stuff like that was just taught in school. I wish like it was just common knowledge, you know. God, I feel like my throat is starting to feel like I don't think my throat my voice is hurting yet, but I feel like I might be on like the edge. I'm on like the edge of the voice hurt. I'm still, I don't know, like I was thinking about food earlier, but now I'm not thinking about food, and I'm like thinking about food again. Here, I gotta hydrate. I think it's funny because I'm boy mode 90% of the time. I am now. I even have photos in boy mode. It's just not what I always present myself on the internet as, because I shouldn't have to, and I don't care. That's valid. People when someone has pronouns and expresses themselves, it's absolutely shocking. God, I saw a tweet today, and it was like some kind of like Twitter DM conversation. There, I did the hydrate. It was some kind of Twitter DM conversation where someone was like talking about like, I forget who they were talking to. It was some kind of like school or something. I don't remember who they were talking to. But basically, they were like, we heard there was like a bomb threat in your like location or like area recently, and we wanted to write a piece on it in our like newspaper or whatnot. I'm like a reporter. Can you like talk about it, or maybe like give me some info or just whatever works? And they were just like asking, you know, very politely about information about this freaking bomb threat, this serious thing. And the person responded just saying, wow, you have like pronouns in your bio. Nothing you say can be trusted. You're like a clown. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Here, Feeny, you want to say that into the mic? I'm too stupid. Okay, Feeny doesn't want to say that into the mic. Apparently it was like, oh god, what did you say, Feeny? Like apparently it was somebody who had potentially gave information about the school that could have led to a bomb threat. And I guess that's the person the reporter was talking to. And it's just, people are, my point was, people are just insane. People are insane and just freaking ignorant and stupid sometimes. According to the kids at your school, since I'm bi, this means I am madly attracted to anything with a dick. What? What the? That's how it works, of course. Pronouns, this is an absolutely shocking and crazy development. Pronouns have existed in the entirety of the English language. Yeah, that's another thing that's just like, just feels like ignorance, just a lot of ignorance, and people don't want to change. Like, I remember, you remember, like, this wasn't even that long ago. It's just like Starfield came out, and there were people freaking out about like, oh my gosh, this game has pronouns. You have to choose your pronouns in this game, and I'm like, that's like such a minor little stupid thing. Everyone's got pronouns, bitch. It came free with your character creator. Yeah, like just choosing like your sex in the game is already choosing your pronouns. And people are just like freaking out about it suddenly. I don't know. It's just stupid. Just let people have a dick and be she/her if they want to. Who cares? Why do they care? I don't know. Yeah, that's always a funny comeback. It's like, oh, you get offended over everything. Lose their fucking minds over English, just normal English words on screen. I should probably end soon. Maybe after this job I'll end my stream and actually eat food. Maybe I won't need food. Who needs food? See, Feeny doesn't think I need any. Okay, he's sad now. Never mind. Feeny, what do you want to eat? We can make some noodles or rice or something. Yeah, Feeny, you could eat. You've been talking like you're hungry. Food is for the weak, then I'm very weak. I'm love food. We're supposed to be going 60 and this guy's going 45. Please. Speed up the truck. What kind of like shitty little town is this? I was like, oh boy, I'm finally going 60, and then this like town ruined everything. There's a big bear statue. Whoa, look kids, there's a big bear statue.
If fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight. Sun Tzu said that, and Yairo TMT say he knows a little more about fighting than you do. How? Because he invented it, and then he perfected it so that no living man could best him in the Ring of Honor.
Who is that pointed at? Is Bridget like threatening me right now? Feeny, first you taught the mouse the fuck word, and now the mouse is threatening me.
They used his fight money to buy 2 of every animal on Earth, and then he herded them onto a boat where he beat the crap out of every single one of them.
Gender identity is also funny because a lot of people that meet online think I'm AMAB and think I'm lying when I say I'm not. I don't get offended, but because of facts like that, I just try not to take anyone's opinion on my gender seriously. kind of like that's crazy to me, honestly. like I can't imagine anyone seeing me and being like, oh my gosh, you're assigned female at birth. Like I'm just like, do you really like look at me and think that? Like, do you think my transition went this well?
And from that day forward, anytime a bunch of animals are together in one place, see the Euro TMS called a zoo.
It's always your voice that throws people off, and I don't know why.
Unless see the Euro TMS zoo.
I guess I don't know why either. Unless it's a farm. Yeah, I don't know what you're like referencing. You win again. I don't get the reference. I'm lost on this like zoo farm animal attacking Noah and the Ark stuff. It's the Bible. That's the story of Noah and the Ark, right? This is the second time I've had to listen to this tonight. It's Meet the Soldier from TF2. I guess I've never seen that. Should react to it on stream. Why am I going backwards? Those like videos wouldn't be like copyright claim or anything, would they? There we go. I don't think mine would have been. Yours would have been what, like copyright claim? I mean, surely other guy like looked at the videos you put in and like kind of confirmed whether or not. And I'm sure after the stream, when I look at the VOD, that'll tell me whether something got claimed. You don't think it's claimed? How long is it? Is it like longer or shorter than like 7 minutes? It's 1:27. And you could you'd probably throw that in the media share. I don't know if other guys still here to like can like, you know, feed that through the system. It do be kind of late for the Brits. Other guy gonna be going honk shoe, honk shoe. Godly Lonnie, I saw that you were playing like Monster Hunter recently. And I'm just like, I wish I didn't own that game on the Switch. Because we've been kind of wondering something that we might like potentially play together. But I don't know what that would be. I apparently like can't really stream from my Switch because my capture card isn't good enough. And it's really laggy, and I don't want to have to play anything like that. What capture card do I use? I have like a, oh god, what is it called? I have a Genki Shadowcast. It's like, I don't know. I feel like it worked well for like a while, but now just like recently I've been trying to use it again. and it doesn't seem to work very well. Get an internal Elgato capture card whenever you can afford it. Internal. I don't know how to install that. That's like the scariest thing for me. Install thing in my computer. Oh no. It's easy, it's easy. Maybe I'll try to, I don't know, I need to like copy paste that and like look it up real quick. Or I'm gonna forget. You want to DM me about that on Discord so I don't forget? One thing scary for you was shocking my PC, but I got a little grounding bracelet so I know I ain't gonna zap it. I've always heard that if you like keep your PC like it's plugged in, like while you're working on it, like it's already grounded. You know, like the PC wire comes with like, you know, it has like a whole wire for grounding. So as long as it's plugged in the wall and like the power's like shut off on the back, it's probably fine. I ain't doing that. That was a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Save my game. At least watch me the soldier before you vanish into the shadow realm. This is over a little over $100. God, I don't know. I'll have to look into that one day, I guess. I don't know if it'll be like any day soon because I am kind of like one poor motherfucker right now. Oh, come here. Here, let me watch this video. Why did I move that over there? Let's move this to a new window. Kill the music. Oh, hey, other guy. Meet the... Hey, other guy, you want to, like, vet that one last video? I don't know. It's not going to be anything bad, is it? I could probably just meet the soldier. Here, I'll click the button, and I would never regret doing this. You should have reflected that. It's a little loud.
If fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight. Sun Tzu said that, and I'd say he knows a little more about fighting than you do, pal, because he invented it.
Who's he talking to? Other soldiers?
So that no living man could best him in the Ring of Honor.
We'll never know.
Then he used his fight money to buy 2 of every animal on Earth. And then he herded them onto a boat, and then he beat the crap out of every single one. Set me up there!
Out loud.
And from that day forward, anytime a bunch of animals are together in one place, it's called a zoo.
I don't think
it's a farm.
I don't think I understood the joke there, but you really did just like say the whole thing. It's playing the second time. No, thank you. No, thank you. Goodbye. Anyway, let me catch up with chat. You tried some cheaper Elgato externals and they suck and also lag. I have an external AVR media capture card and it was pretty good. It never really lagged, but sometimes it would straight up just not even connect. Like I don't even know like are you talking about like lag or just like like the frames are just terrible. Like I capture my Switch and like the FPS is just god awful. Then mumble. Is that what you call that when I go like I guess it's kind of like mumbling. I don't know. Your Elgato internal. I've never had any problem with lag audio anything ever. And this and that. Well maybe I won't say that stuff this stream and I'll show you. I won't think anyone. Here, what? I'll just make you like Bridget say. That'll be funny. I'm not sure what you mean with the lag question. I guess when I guess like when I think of lag, I usually think of like you know like server lag or like internet lag, where it's like I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy because I'm thinking of like such minor details of like minor differences that I'm not even sure how to explain it. It's just like when I capture my Switch, like the game just like the frames, like the FPS is just garbage. Like I plug my Switch into my TV and I just play it on my TV and I have like you know like the frame rate is pretty good, but then I use my capture card and it's garbage and like almost unplayable. Like it makes me like my head hurt trying to look at it. The frame rate is so low. Like usually just a processing issue. I don't know what happened to my capture card. I feel like it like worked perfectly fine. And recently it's just not fine. I don't know.
I'm Heavy Weapons Guy, and this is my weapon. She weighs 150 kilograms and fires $200, custom tooled cartridges at 10,000 rounds per minute. It costs $400,000 to fire this weapon for 12 seconds.
How did you get so TF2 brained? What happened to you? You said all of your like peers don't care about TF2. What happened? Where did you find TF2? Can be a driver issue as well. Maybe. This is my graphics driver that I update my graphics driver to be too cool, and now I'm not allowed to use my capture card. Don't think of anything else other than like Chainsaw Man and One Piece and like your boyfriend and in school and eating and breathing. You have 3 thoughts in your head. Like maybe you have to update drivers for the capture card itself. I'm not sure how to even do that. Like the only thing the capture card seems to have is like it has like you know like I just plug the thing into my computer and then I open up like the Ginky program that like actually shows it on my computer. And the program is up to date. I don't know anything about drivers. I guess I could try to look into that. Your boyfriend, TF2, and random shows. Yeah, but like random shows, that'd be a lot of that's a lot of thoughts because that's a lot of shows. Feeny, what was it? The Shadowcast? Shadowcast. Drivers. God, I always have so much trouble Googling things. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I just like type the wrong thing because I never get what I want. And then Feeney does it, and Feeney gets what he wants, and I'm like, how'd you do that? I'm supposed to be eating, but I'm not eating. I'm looking at things that don't exist. Google also kind of sucks right now. You should freaking eat. That will happen eventually. I hate how like I look up. Yeah, it says here, one of the most impressive aspects of the Shadowcast is it doesn't require any drivers. So I guess that's not the problem. Shadowcast just bad. Hmm. Oh no, someone disabled the pineapple emote. This is so sad. Oh no, Feeney, what are you gonna do? It finally happened. Why did you pay to redeem? Why did you pay to enable that? I have half in mind not to give these points back. How many points do you even have? $6.9K. That's a pretty decent amount. Beanie said he has over 70,000 points. You gotta get with it, Liz. Maybe one day you can surpass Feeney. You have school and stuff. Yeah, that's valid. I've been trying to go live around like 6 o'clock every day, Central Time. My internet seems to have seems to be better than it was. So I've been able to stream around the time I've actually been wanting to. When you're at your mom's house, you can't watch the streams. Hmm. Oh yeah, I should disable like the trucker hat change thing. I don't know what I'm gonna actually. I have a really good idea of what I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I might even wind up streaming early because of it. I'm gonna make Feeney play Mindustry with me. It's like a God, it's just like it's like one of those like factory building games, only it's like has like a huge like emphasis on tower defense. And Feeney, I know Feeney really likes tower defense, and I really like tower defense too, and I also really like the idea of like factory games. And Mindustry was like really cheap. I think I found it on sale for like $4.50. So I just bought 2 keys and hee hoo hoo. Probably gonna play that tomorrow. Well, later today at this point. Happy Halloween, everyone. It's October. It's Halloween every day of October. That's how it works. I guess I need to like figure out like my schedule. Maybe I don't know. I have like 3 days. I stream 3 days in a row, and the rest of it's just up in the air. But I got all these like spooky games that I need to start. I need to start getting into. Got all these scary games I want to try. Nah, I'm wrapping up. I'm wrapping up. Go stab. Go stab Grandpa. Enjoy the old man knife play. Spooktober, spooky month. What is that a reference? That's not a reference. Those are just normal words. Like, in order for that to count as a reference, there has to be someone who like coined the term Spooktober, spooky month. You don't know what the fuck is that? It's like pump and skid. You don't, no, I don't know Newgrounds shit. You should know this. Well, you said the word like pump, and that makes me think of a bicycle pump, and then you say skid, and that just makes me think of like those like dogs that scratch their ass on the floor and make skid marks of shit. I remember we had a like, I remember growing up we had a cat that would do that. Because like it was like a long-haired cat, and the hair around its butt was too long, and that caused like freaking poop to get caught there. You know them from Friday Night Funkin'? Whoa, I knew I almost wanted to say Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's missing a letter. Oh, I know that game. I'm not very, I don't know. There's like some rhythm games that I used to play the hell out of. Like I remember playing the hell out of Guitar Hero 3, but it took me so long to actually get like decent enough at that game. There's like a specific Miku game I'm thinking of I used to play a lot of. Other than that, I've never been particularly good or interested in rhythm games. Still waiting for the release of the full game, holding out hope. That game never get a full release. How old is that? Okay, I'm gonna go for real this time. Goodbye. I appreciate everyone showing up. I'm going to end the stream. I'm gonna be live again tomorrow. Maybe a little early, playing Mindustry with Feeny. Hee hee hoo hoo.